Jai Ma, Jai Thakur, Hari Om. People might ask that if everything in spirituality boils down to the law of attraction, Jamun Bhav Tamun Lam, as you think, so you will be. Like Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Bodha Bodha Bhavle Bodha, Mukta Bhavle Mukto. Whatever you are repeatedly thinking about yourself, that you become. So if everything boils down to law of attraction, law of manifestation, law of mirroring, however you put it, then why does Hinduism have all these elaborate rituals, all these different gods and goddesses, all these, this elaborate system, very sophisticated, very complicated? That is, you see, the whole system is to cater to every individual. The whole culture of Hinduism is so that every individual person finds the most suitable way for him or her to evolve spiritually. Let me explain. Like, if you see the methods of worship, during the procedure of the worship, it's stressed again and again that the worshipper also becomes divine. In the scriptures, it's said, Devam Bhutva Devam Yajet. Like, you become the god and then you worship the god. You have to become him in order to worship him, the deity, the god. So, and in tantric methods of worship, the divinity is, the mantras are imposed upon, infused inside in every part of the body. Like, you will see the gestures, the worshipper touches their limbs, their feet, their head, their shoulders. It's like the mantras of the deity is infused within the body, and the deity is invoked within the body of the worshipper, and then the worshipper is again worshipping the deity outside in the form of a murti. And if one does that puja every day for years and years, then naturally the worshipper, if it's done properly, if he does it understanding what he's doing every day, then naturally he understands that he himself is the divine. He has invoked the divinity within himself every day, so he understands that he has become divine. If any person follows the basic codes of morality, which always spirituality stresses, and then if the sadhak follows any method of worship, any method of ritual, any mantra chanting, whatever that he feels drawn to, then he is actually using that method to reprogram his mind and to convince himself that he is part of the divine. See, because if you tell a normal person, you are part of God, you are God, even if an intelligent person understands that intellectually by reading scriptures and hearing saints, even then he won't believe it truly, isn't it? When he's going through sufferings of his life, when he's going through a painful disease or he's bedridden, it's hard to believe that, well, I am part of God, I am God, isn't it? It's difficult to believe. To reprogram and convince the mind, you have to go through a procedure which you repeat every day again and again. You tell that the same thing again and again to yourself, and then your mind is colored with that. Your mind is programmed into that. Then you feel, you are deserving, you are worthy, you are part of God, you are part of the divine, you are divine yourself. That comes only after years and years and years of reprogramming your mind. It wouldn't come suddenly, isn't it? Otherwise, if even nothing is actually necessary, if you are said that, oh, you don't even need mantra chanting, you don't need anything, you can just be aware. You can just be aware all throughout the day, during all your waking hours. Just be aware, and then you have it. Like, you are pure consciousness, you are the witness. And when you are just the witness, just the consciousness, then you are already that. You understand that you are God. But it won't come naturally, isn't it? Or if you somebody says that, oh, just focus on your breathing, that will help you in maintaining your awareness throughout the day. Focus on your breathing throughout the day, and you maintain your awareness throughout the day. Be just the witness. Let nothing touch you, and then you are there. Will it be possible? For 99.9% of people, that's not possible. They won't believe that the truth can be achieved so simply. Even in our ashram, so many people come and say, just chanting this mantra, this is enough for realizing God. They won't believe. They want an elaborate procedure. They want a complex and sophisticated procedure and technique to follow. Some pranayama, some yogic technique, some breath work, some this and some that, and with that chanting. And they want an elaborate system. Then only they would feel convinced that they are evolving spiritually. See, the trick of the mind is such that it won't be convinced easily that, well, you are God. No, that won't be. It's not so easy. Who is God? It's everything. It's the consciousness and the energy. Everything, just be aware of the energy around yourself. Be aware of all the consciousness around yourself, the consciousness of the tree, the consciousness of the birds, the insects, the grass, the soil, the sky, the clouds. Everything is conscious. Just be aware and you are there. You feel connected to everything. It's all consciousness and you are part of it and you are there. If you understand it, if you realize that. Nah, people won't be satisfied with that. See, so even for God, people have their own imaginations due to past life samskaras, due to our littleness in the whole cosmos. We want to have, this person who is a god. Like Vivekananda used to say, na, for a dog, God will be a large dog, a huge, all powerful dog. For a cat, God would be an all powerful cat, right? So for a human being, it's an all powerful human being. Like God would be an all powerful human being. So we are restricted by our own mental limitations. So okay, and Hinduism says that, well, okay, use your own limitations to realize that you are free. Using those limitations, you make a path out of those limitations and you follow the path and you can be free. And you realize that you are the divine, you are pure consciousness. So, using those limitations means using your own imagination of God. You like the imagination of Shiva? Well, follow Shaiva path. You like the imagination of Krishna? Follow the Vaishnava path. You like this deity, that deity, whatever deity you want, this kind of a God, like a child, like a Gopal, like a father, like a mother. In whichever way you want to connect God, whatever your imagination of God seems like to you, follow that. And when your mind is focused and concentrated, then you break through. When your mind is completely emptied, and that happens, you follow any path in Hinduism or in any path, even Buddhism, Christianity, whatever, you follow anything. It all boils down to just one thing. Concentrate the mind, focus, become empty of all your own things. That happens gradually, whichever path you follow, and then you make the breakthrough. And before that, law of attraction, whatever you think that you are, yes, people have those limitations, isn't it? But even then, the when your mind is focused and emptied gradually, you will make the breakthrough, and you will understand that, oh, it's all just pure consciousness and energy. That is God. That is everything. So why Hinduism has all these elaborate systems and all these gods and goddesses and everything? Just to cater to every individual person's need. Whatever they need in for their own spiritual evolution, that is being given to them. That is why so many gurus, so many different paths and everything. Nirakar, Sakar, with form, without form, this God, that God, everything. It's all how you want to connect. And when you make the connection through years and years of those practices, which whatever is given to you, just just like that, easily you make the breakthrough. It's just that reprogramming your own mind. I need to convince myself that I am the divine. If I'm told that, well, you are the divine. It's again and again said, isn't it? Vedanta Mahavakyas are all that. Aham Brahmasmi. I am God. But then you won't believe it. Nobody will believe it. So, in order to convince you, all those elaborate systems and everything, so that you feel worthy and deserving and divine, and then you make the breakthrough and you realize that yes, you are the divine, you are part of the divine. Right? I hope I could make myself clear. Hari Om Jai Ma.